I need your help, I just need 100 subscribers. I shouldn't have heard it. God, I wish I hadn't. If I could tear those words out of my head and toss them into the void, I would. Just a few hours earlier, I had been living in ignorance, blissfully blind to the cracks forming in my marriage. But once you hear your wife's voice calm, steady, almost careless, saying, I hate being with him, there's no one hearing it. That night marked the beginning of the end. It was a Thursday evening, drenched in rain. I came home earlier than usual, soaked to the bone after a sudden downpour. The house was quiet except for the dishwasher humming, and the faint sound of laughter seeping from the living room. I was about to call out to Emily, my wife of 8 years, when something in her tone stopped me cold. She was on the phone. Her voice didn't sound like the woman I knew. It was lighter, more alive, like a weight had been lifted off her chest. I lingered in the hallway, dripping water onto the hardwood floor, listening without breathing. No, it's not just boredom, she said, her laugh breaking through softly. It's that I hate being with him. Everything feels heavy, suffocating. I feel trapped. The words struck like a blade. I gripped my jacket so tightly my knuckles burned. She wasn't angry. She wasn't weeping. She was calm, comfortable. Like this truth had lived inside her for so long, saying it no longer hurt. Then she grew quiet, shifting around as though curling into the couch. And her voice changed again, gentle, intimate. But with you it's different. I don't feel invisible. I feel alive. That was it. The floor collapsed beneath me. I didn't need to hear more. My body moved without my mind's permission. I stumbled upstairs, heart pounding, hands shaking. I tossed clothes into a duffel bag, jeans, shirts, my toothbrush, barely aware of what I was doing. I didn't slam the door. I didn't even say a word. I just slipped into the rain like a ghost and slid behind the wheel of my car. My throat felt so tight I thought I might suffocate. 8 years. 8 years of love, sacrifices, of carrying her through grief when her father passed, of saving for the home we now shared. And in one overheard sentence, it shattered into dust. I drove aimlessly through the wet, empty streets, neon signs blurring in puddles. Eventually, I pulled into a 24-hour diner on the edge of town. I sat there for hours, a mug of bitter black coffee cooling between my hands, staring at my reflection in the greasy window. Her words spun in my mind, merciless. I hate being with him. At 2 a.m, my phone buzzed. It was Emily. I ignored it. Another call came, then a text. Where are you? Your car's gone. Please answer me. I let the screen go dark. Then another message lit it up. Did you hear me? Please, James, let me explain. So she knew. She must have realized I was there, that I'd heard her confession. Against my better judgment, I picked up when she called again. Her voice was frantic this time, nothing like the soft, giddy tone she'd had on the phone earlier. James, where are you? Please, just come home. We need to talk. I swallowed hard, staring into the bitter coffee. Talk. About what? I heard everything, Emily. There was silence, thick and suffocating. Then she whispered, it's not what you think. I returned the next morning, not out of hope, but out of a need for answers. Emily was waiting in the kitchen, hair tangled, eyes swollen from crying. She shot to her feet the moment I stepped in. James, please. Don't. I cut her off. My voice wavered, but my resolve didn't. I don't want excuses. No rehearsed speeches. Just tell me who it is. Her lip trembled, her eyes darting away. It's Mark. From work. I almost laughed, but it came out bitter instead. Mark. The colleague she always called just a friend. The one she swore was harmless whenever I raised an eyebrow. My chest constricted. How long? A few months, she whispered, tears spilling down her cheeks. But it wasn't supposed to happen. I didn't plan it. Didn't plan it? I snapped. So what? You just accidentally ended up in his bed. She covered her face, sobbing. I know I've ruined everything, but James, when I said I hated being with you, I didn't mean it the way it sounded. I stared at her in disbelief. Then enlightened me, because it sounded perfectly clear. Her shoulders shook as she collapsed into a chair. I was frustrated, James. You've been distant. Always tired. Always buried in work. I felt like I didn't exist anymore. And Mark, He noticed me. He listened. For the first time in years, I felt alive. Her words burned worse than fire. So your answer was to sleep with him? To tell him you hate your husband? I don't hate you, she sobbed. I hate what we've become. That distinction should have comforted me, but it didn't. It gutted me. Because to her, we had been broken long before I heard that call. I felt everything inside me grow still. I looked her straight in the eye. You had a choice, Emily. You could have told me you were unhappy. We could have fought for us. Instead, you chose him. She reached out, desperate, but I stepped back. James, please. Don't leave. We can fix this. I'll end it with him. I swear. Just don't give up on us. Her desperation might have once pulled me back, but not now. My voice dropped low. I already did. I walked out. The days after blurred together. I stayed with a friend, shutting out Emily's endless calls and messages. Each voicemail grew more desperate, each apology more frantic. But every time I thought of going back, I heard her voice again, whispering to another man that she hated being with me. That poison never left me. A week later, she showed up at my friend's door. She looked like a shadow of herself, pale, gaunt, trembling. I broke it off with Mark, she said before I could speak. He never meant anything. Please, James, don't throw us away. I studied her, really studied her, and for the first time, I didn't see my wife. I didn't see the woman I'd trusted above everyone else. I saw a stranger who had chosen lies over honesty. I'm not throwing us away, I said slowly. You already did. I'm just finally letting go. Her knees buckled as she collapsed right there, sobbing into her hands. I don't want to lose you. For a moment, the old instinct stirred in me. The urge to kneel down, to hold her, to comfort her. But then the memory hit me again. The diner, the rain, the taste of cold coffee, and her voice confessing her hatred of being with me. I turned away and walked into the night, leaving her behind. Months have passed since that night. The divorce papers are in motion. Some mornings, I wonder if I should have tried harder, if maybe we could have pieced the wreckage back together. But then I remind myself, love without trust is nothing more than a mirage. Once trust is shattered, some things can never be rebuilt. What shocked me most wasn't her tears or her begging. It was her desperation to cling to a cage I could no longer stand to live in. I didn't leave because I stopped loving her. I left because, for the first time in years, I finally loved myself enough to walk away.